Vlad Ethereum Classic.
All right, so getting into the charts, real quick. So I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. So we're gonna get into the monthly time frame. I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. We're gonna get into the monthly time frame, right? So to start off, just keeping it basic, put up a basic Fibonacci. Basically, we got rejected at the 23.6 at 1050. So we're just having a monthly retracement, just how we had down here. We don't have to close anywhere down here. You see how tight this candle closed. We were literally swept these lows the last time we had a monthly retracement on the monthly time frame. But even this candle here at one point, no, it wasn't bearish. None of these were bearish. From the opens, but you have to have your retracements after moves like this, like what, up 74%, up about 41%, and then up about what, 100% maybe, off of this candle open alone. So you really got to take that into account. We have a 23% correction off of the monthly open, so that's nothing to be scared of. Moving on, we have the monthly moving averages. We had the monthly moving averages, 5 month SMA, EMA. Actually, fuck that. I'm not even gonna put it up. It's above both of them. Just take my fucking word. Just take my fucking word for it. Fuck that. Yeah. So moving on. 3 month. We're gonna go back in time real quick because we want to look at the Fibonacci extensions. Next targets I'm looking at for the next breakout. I mean, what I've been doing is I wait for the retracement, and once it's clear, I'll drop my extension. So I have my extension here. You know, whatever targets get hit. Like, it doesn't matter really. I'm not trading this. It's just like I'm taking these levels into account. We may reject here, we may use them as support, kind of thing. Um, a target going up all the way to 35, it's not really a target unless something forms and there's a setup and it breaks out. But talking about if something happens, we break out, we see trend continuation, which we will. If we didn't, in my opinion, would well, now I can't say which we will because I don't want to give you financial advice. In my opinion, for me, not a call to action to you, but for me, I think we're going to continue, but it's not like a call to action for you. I don't really give a fuck what you do. I give a fuck what you do in terms of, like, you should go seek somebody that's legally qualified to tell you all the bullshit you need. Because I'm not here to give you call to actions. I legally cannot do that. And here's a disclaimer. I have to put a disclaimer in more often because in the EU countries they're really getting on that. None of this is financial advice. Seek a blah blah blah. What the fuck is it called? Wherever it is, whatever country in, seek who you need to legally to give you investment advice. Don't come to anybody that's not legally qualified. Don't click no links in the description. There is no Discord right now until I make a Discord or whatever resources. There's no paid resources. If anybody's copying me, if anybody eventually tries to make it look like it's me and it's not, don't fall for that shit. Blah blah blah. That's a disclaimer. Anyways, so we're gonna go out into the we're gonna go into the 5 day time frame render. We're gonna go into the 5 day time frame on render. So right now we're kind of using the 38.2 near that as support if we close above it, but it's kind of resistance. At the moment though, right now we have 100-day EMA SMA as support on the 5 day time frame getting tested. Weekly bull market support band. We zoom back out on the weekly. Is gotten tested as support. Weekly bull market support band. Put that on, and I'll take this off so you can see. So weekly bull market support band tested on, that's bullish because we don't want to keep going up higher and higher without retesting that. At some point, that's just something that has to get dealt with. So we did that. That's good. 5 day bull market support band also retested here. That's good. Two different types of moving averages retested on different time frames. So we retested that. Holding above it, that's cool. We might come below it again, but that's just something we have to do. So yeah. So basically, it's going to be only so many times we touch that before it's the top, but I'm not worried about that. Top is going to be, in my opinion, I think left translated cycle. Like, okay, left translated cycle. We end this year maybe at 120. I'm like, okay, 120. We end the bull market off in April 2024. Probably before that, I'm thinking February. I'm going to be out because I'm not going to be in past a certain. We'll talk about that in the Bitcoin video. Surrender TA on the 3 day time frame. render TA. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put on our 3-day bull market support band, bada bang, bada boom, right here. But 3-day bull market support band. What? Yeah, okay, 3-day bull market support band. Broke support, broke this support. So that's just what we got right now. 3-day 50 TMA held a support on the extension wick. Or not extension wick. D price deviation wick. We held that 50-day TMA as support, that white line I just threw up there. We're gonna zoom into the 1-day time frame, and we're going to go over a couple things. We're going to go over the pattern and the volume. I mean, I can go over momentum, but I don't think momentum is, it's not that hard. Like we're macro bullish. I don't need to check the momentum on a daily basis, because I mean, for me, it's just too much hassle. Like until I finally plan on exiting, it's not going to make any sense for me to track the momentum, because I'm not going to be selling anytime soon. So I'm not really checking that. We're macro bullish. Unless you're a short term trader, it doesn't matter. But I mean, as for patterns, I like to see how things play out. That's a bit different. But I mean, I'm not saying volume doesn't matter. I'm not saying momentum doesn't matter. I'm just talking like theoretically, it doesn't even matter the space of time between now and and December, because I can't even sell the position for me to get that reduced tax rate. So like, why am I fucking, all I need to make sure is the trend is continuing. So by the time I get out, there we go, bada bang, bada boom, and then I'll see the monthly momentum, and then I'll be able to backtrack. But you know, I mean, I'm not saying I can't put together a case for momentum on the strategy I want to use. I know what I want to use, like RSI or stochastic, MACD. I mean, the one thing I kind of do use right now is the VVPR right here that we're gonna talk about later. But that's just volume. That's much more relevant than a green flip on the RSI. The RSI will confuse the fuck out of you, because RSI, you're trading off of RSI. The RSI can go oversold and stay oversold for a long ass time on a weekly and monthly time frame. So if you're gonna sell and oversold, you're doing dumb shit. Oh, shit always goes oversold in the bull market. Uh, no, not oversold, overbought. I meant to say overbought. Anyways, so we have this descending triangle. It's a rough draft line, deviation here, but 1, 2, 3. I'm not a fucking stickler about how to fucking do this shit. It's not always textbook, but technically a bearish pattern. Do I think that obviously this can't play out to the downside? We be fucking zero. That's not gonna happen in my opinion. I think what's more likely to happen, if we do break below, we kind of have to fill this gap right here, and then we'll build another base. But I really don't see us, unless Bitcoin drops to 50K, I don't see us revisiting these other lows, because we're going to follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is going sideways and we're outperforming when it goes up and it's bullish and it's impulses, we're going to see it outperform when it goes sideways. In terms of the other altcoins, we might not be bullish, but we're not going to drop as much. Um, in my opinion. But anyways, moving back to the descending triangle. So in the 1-day time frame, we got a support box coming in at this range right here between 684 and 567. I'm honestly not worried. My buy range is all the way back here, so for me to get threatened, I have to drop to like 1. I don't think that's gonna happen. But no, it's not saying something can't happen. It's just you have to look at the odds. I be fucking around a lot, but I'm actually not. I don't think I have bad thesis when it comes to this market. I've been able to catch majority of the moves. Getting not getting out of tops every place, but I'm not getting wrecked left and right though, because I'm keeping in mind the time of the cycle where I want to make money. The time where I'm going to make the most money is going to be Q4 and Q1 next year. So for me to be like, I have to be ultra bullish, all I really want to see for render is by the end of the summer we're at 50. That's all I want to see. Or 50 or 30, 50, 45. I don't think anything lower than 35. If we're hitting 35, we're gonna overshoot, hit 40, 45, maybe 60. 60 would be cool. Yeah, I would enjoy that. 60, yeah, that would be amazing. But nothing set in stone. Keep track of. I'm personally keeping track of the things that it takes, or the needs for these things to play out. But again, I'm not selling or anything. I'm not a trader. Like, I'll take profit and do what I need to do to live. But while the winner is winning, I'm not going to be trading each individual move, even if we do have breakdowns. But here's the thing: you might be like, "Well, Vlad, why didn't you sell it here, bro? What kind of confirmation do I have if none of this happened and we're in a triangle? It's a neutral pattern. So what are you talking about? Like, you could have argued, yeah, oh, you could have sold that. You had confirmation. Yeah, I had fucking confirmation. Duh. Here's the thing. this could have easily been range top. So realistically, I'm not getting concerned until here. By the time we get concerned to here, if Bitcoin didn't do what it did, this could have been a fake out reversal, like we seen over here and like we saw over here. Like, it's not that hard for me to just be like, okay, it's not always manipulation. It's just they capitalize on the downtrends and people freaking out and liquidations. We had, there's nothing Render could have done to stop a billion liquidations in the total cryptocurrency market cap. There's nothing that it could have done. So I'm not going to sit here and worry and bitch and complain about things like that. So what I want to take into account, though, besides this, it's nothing else too crazy. I mean, if we break out, I think we realistically just go back to the top of the triangle. It's nothing crazy here. Yeah, maybe, yeah, it's just literally back to the top of the triangle. Um, unless I measured that wrong, but I mean, damn near it's the same thing. Right now, the reason why we're sticking above in these price ranges is because we had the most volume traded between this range right here, and I'm gonna put it up and I take it off. We have there's the most volume traded around this range, in this mid range for this, we had three. Oh no, my bad. Three big ranges. Up, you had the upper, highest volume range, the mid volume range, and the low volume range. That's what I'm basically paying attention to. Until we, basically the way the prices are moving, in my opinion, is it's gonna fill gaps. It's gonna fill gaps. We're going sideways. We have a large chop zone. If Bitcoin goes back bullish and people stop rotating, which probably won't happen for until after the halving and probably 30 days after the halving, I'm not expecting anything up here until post halving, basically, until Bitcoin is like showing some signs of life. We're getting reduced sell pressure, but that's a different thing. I guess I'll put it like this: support range while we're on it is this volume range. If we drop below it, this volume range turns into resistance because it will represent sell volume. While we're above it, it represents buy volume. So if we come into this is gonna basically show me the sell volume, or not sell volume in itself, but an area people are likely to sell until we hold it as support, showing that the sellers are now becoming buyers. And if we break below this, then this is the next range I would pay attention to. Uh, before this, um, I don't know, after this box zone, but I'm not worried about that at all. Like, it's not impossible because if Bitcoin goes to 60K, like, we probably are going to go there, but I'm not worried about it in the slightest way there. But I think that's basically the end of the video. Just to reiterate, high volume range between 1084 to 1150, mid range between 716 and 816, and our low range coming in between 375 and $5.